If you was a crackhead in the 80s, God damn it, you was a crackhead in the 80s. And you want to be the president today? Okay, cool.
At this very important moment in the league's timeline, they have to stand firm on this because they have the most attention coming in.
Stop asking for a revenue split. What you want is take off the hard cap. Let the billionaires' egos kick in.
So we're going to try this for the first time.
I got slapped last time I said that. Yeah. We're going to try this for the first time and bring in a whole nother girl. That didn't work out too well.
Hey everyone, welcome to Too Personal. I'm Joy Taylor. Thanks for joining us again. If you haven't already, make sure that you hit subscribe. Very exciting show today. Gilbert Arenas is joining the show today. My boy Gil, he is, he's a good friend and he's a great streamer and former NBA player and has a lot to say. Of course, you can check him out on Gil's Arena and No Chill Battle Mode. Very excited to talk to him and we get into a lot of different things. But first, let's get started with the white woman that has swept the internet once again, Sydney Sweeney. So if you haven't heard, because you haven't been anywhere on any television or any source of the internet anywhere in the world, Sydney Sweeney is in the headlines again. She has appeared in an American Eagle ad campaign that portrays the message, Sydney Sweeney has great genes. She said her genes are blue, her eyes are blue, and it's sparked a debate on the internet about eugenics. So while I was traveling the world, being a cultured human, I believe I was in Lisbon. I don't know. Could have been Mallorca when I saw this. Don't remember. But I'm scrolling, at the end of the night after my very cultural activities and see that everyone is very upset about this ad. So I watched the ad and I got to tell you, I don't give a fuck about what this white woman is talking about. And there's nothing that Sydney Sweeney could do on the face of Beyonce's earth to convince me that I need to look like her. Not a single thing. No, there's nothing she could do. There's no one that she could fuck. There's nothing that she could say. There's no type of mascara she could put on. There's no pair of blue jeans that she could slide up her little waist that would make me feel like I am inferior physically to Sydney Sweeney. Now listen, I think Sydney Sweeney is an adorable girl. I think she has some looks about her and she's clearly very controversial. But when it comes to the overall reaction that we have for these things, and by we, I mean, let's just say people who aren't MAGA, because that's what this is really about, right? This is a reaction from the left to an ad that seemingly endorses the idea that Sydney Sweeney, a white, blonde, blue-eyed woman, is the standard for having good genes. Not blue genes, obviously, but genes passed down from parents, so on and so forth. And the reason why people are upset, obviously, is the implication of that. But I gotta tell you, white people have been doing this since they invented the idea of being white. And just so you know, the idea of being white is just an idea. It was also made up to divide us. The idea of race, the idea that there is some superior way of being a human, all of this is a made up concept that has been enforced and made into ideology and of course embedded in the minds of enough people that we have had wars and genocides and awful things and racism and civil rights movements and all types of things, slavery, because of this invention. But Sydney Sweeney in an American Eagle ad, I have to tell you, is not high on my list of things to be outraged about this week. Not when I swipe one swipe down and I am seeing starving children and women. Not when our president is turning this country into a dictatorship. I just have other shit that is prioritized for my outrage. If you want to be upset about it, if you're offended by it, that is your right. But when we get consumed about things like Sydney Sweeney, I do have to wonder, how much outrage do you have in you? Are you actually convinced that this type of ad is going to make people think that Sydney Sweeney is the standard for beauty in the world? Or like even this country? play a game. Do you think that the average, I can't even say this, like, you think that a woman is walking into the Beverly Hills plastic surgery office and asking for Sydney Sweeney's face? I'm sorry, I should be serious. Do you think that there is a plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills that is continuously getting requests for Sydney Sweeney? Her boobs, maybe. She's got some boobs. She's got some boobs on that girl. I gotta tell you, maybe the boobs. But like, be fucking for real, guys. There's real shit happening in the world, like real important shit. And I getting offended by something or pointing out that something has a point of view that is negative or that has an underlying tone, like, all fair game. I just think, personally, if people weren't outraged about it, I would have never thought another thing about this ad. Again, there's nothing that Sydney Sweeney, American Eagle, or any blonde, white-haired, blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman could do or present herself to make me feel bad or make me feel like I am an inferior being in any measurable way. And maybe that's just me, but that is not high on my priority list right now. I've just got other things I'm concerned about in the world, things that are truly upsetting and worth of outrage. And when this type of outrage happens, the reason why it really stirs me is because it is a distraction. It is a distraction. And it enforces all these things that people on the far right say about everyone else, that's too sensitive and is pointless. And like, meanwhile, they're flipping out about black mermaids. So I don't know where the fuck they get their pie hole opened about anything, but they can't be on the same level. Like, they can't be outraged about mermaids being black, and we can't be talking about how outrageous it is that this woman is sliding jeans up her butt crack and talking about her blue eyes, which, by the way, she has. So I just can't. We need to focus and keep the main thing the main thing. These are very, very troubling times. And for me, Sydney Sweeney is just not getting any of my time. Other than this moment, I can't be arguing about the importance of a Sydney Sweeney ad when we have the things going on in the world that are happening, that are so serious. We are on the brink of really horrible shit. Let's just focus on that and not give President Orange another reason to divide us over some shit that is, let's be honest, really inconsequential. I don't care about Sydney Sweeney and her stomach or her raspy voice or anything beyond the character that she played in Euphoria, because that was a great show. That was a great show. That was a great show. It's a great show. But other than that, I have nothing for it. And again, like, I think people are allowed to be offended. I'm with that. And there were definitely implications in it, for sure. But we live in an interconnected world. And like I said, the standard for beauty, as much as they may try to run it back, it ain't happening, y'all. I mean, let me know. I don't work in plastic surgery, but you know, if you're out there and you're getting like, am I being rude? Okay, it's like a little unserious.
It's actually like a great moment. Like, drop in the comments if you're getting this.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a plastic surgeon out there and you're like, no, you're wrong. There's droves of women like, give me Sydney Sweeney's face. You know, I don't think it's happening, but the boobs for sure. Do you think they're asking for Joy Taylor boobs? Probably. Probably. All right, with that being said, it's time to get to Gilbert Arenas. Let's talk to Gil. Gilbert Arenas, of course, NBA legend, host of Gil's Arena and No Chill Battle Mode. Welcome to Too Personal. Thanks for coming down. Thanks for making the journey.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, I usually don't come this
yeah, well, yeah, to this undisclosed location. You know, everywhere in LA is like it's a commitment. Like if I come to you, it's a commitment. You come over here. You know, we're not in the same area. LA is a big place, but I appreciate you coming down.
Thank you.
Where to start? Actually, you know what? I really wanted to ask you about. You've been in the public eye for a very long time, and you've been you've branded yourself as a very unapologetic no chill,
Mm-hmm.
out there person. But is there a softer side to Gilbert? Or is it just this is all just 100%? It's go all the time.
Okay, so there was
A softer side.
a softer side.
Okay, what happened to the softer side of Gil?
I seen the world turn.
On you?
Yes, when I got in trouble with the gun incident and everything I did, cover boy, scores for schools. So
Mhm.
everything I did for the community, everything I did, like Katrina, helping Katrina out, and I got it. I did one bad thing, and then I watched the world flip, and then I became the worst person on earth. And then I realized no matter how clean you are, all it takes is one thing, and boom.
Relatable. So before that, you had a little bit of innocence to you then about how people would treat you if you made a mistake?
I was I was Dennis the I've always been Dennis the Menace.
Yeah. But there's a difference between being a little, mischievous and getting in what is considered by most real trouble.
Mhm.
But you thought that you would have more grace from everyone?
I don't know what I was thinking, but I didn't.
You didn't think it would be that?
I didn't think like the whole world. Back then I thought the whole world like was just like, oh yeah, and I'm like, what? No one. I didn't touch anything. No one got hurt. Like
Yeah.
what's going on? So, after I went into a dark place, ran from the world, and I decided when I come back, I'm gonna put on some more shield, and the shield was no chill.
Are you glad you did that? Or does part of you feel a little bit of resentment that you had to go through that and it changed you?
I think we all have to go through things to see what we are made of, right? This is the longest thing we will know, right? Everyone say, it's the shortest, it's the longest thing, that we'll know is our life. So to really get a whole feel of it, you got to go through things. So everything ain't peachy and creamy, and sometimes I think that's what we want our lives to be. So, going through that, it made me a better person, I would think now.
When you see other people going through their moments like yours, and they're all, various and have different levels of seriousness to them, do you have empathy for them, or have you sort of been jaded to the point where you're like, that's the charge of the game?
That's life. That's life. But for the most part, like, there's always, if it's a victimless situation,
Yeah.
then it's like, don't worry, y'all get through it. But if there's a victim involved, then, I'm on the victim side.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's, yeah. I think, yes.
Yes. What usually gets me sometimes
but
is
I feel like there's this.
when it's families involved, when it's like divorces and breakups, and it's
So you feel bad for the CEO and the.
They should just swap. Just swap. Just swap. Yeah. Just swap it out. But like when people are going through like that, and they're fighting over the kid and stuff, like because I've been through it, it's like it ain't worth it.
Yeah.
So I'm always on that side, like, yo, this ain't worth it. 4, 5, 10 years from now, y'all gonna be looking back like, what was y'all doing? Once the feelings is gone.
When that happened to you, you were how old?
Was it just 32?
You're 32.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel defiant about it? Like, did you feel like did you understand the seriousness of it looking back on it now? Do you feel like it was serious, or do you think that there was a particular reaction to it that didn't help you in that moment?
It was more of a forced hand. Because I've been in the media so long,
Yeah.
that I know how to stay out of the media. So I was trying to, hey, here's the money, let's go, let's just do this quietly. But, the Hollywood blueprint for a woman is hectic, get the restraining order, push that bad narrative. So at first it was, all right, this is fun, I'll fight back, do a little punching with you. And then it got to the point where some of the claims were so serious that I had to fight for it because I don't want the kids to think this was real. So now I need to win, right? I need to, like, if this is a charge, I'm suing you and I need to win.
Yeah.
So they can see, hey, this was a win. There was no settlement. There was none of that. And I had to win. So most of the things was to the point where I was trying to, or I thought that it would help how it looked later. Once the kids get older, they can read these articles. If they can see something, then, hey, no, there's a result. Here it is.
And know what the truth is.
Yeah, so, and most of the stuff was like, because we had kids, I felt that, like some of the things, STDs and stuff like that, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna let my daughter see that one day.
Yeah.
So I had to fight.
The public eye thing is so crazy to me because I had this conversation on season 1 of this show that, like, would you rather be wealthy and anonymous or, have money but be famous? Like A. You would rather be famous?
No, A, you said
I'm wealthy and anonymous. Yeah. But I absolutely, like 100%. I say this all the time. Like, let me get a bag. Y'all never hear from me again.
Mm-hmm.
You will never see or hear from me again. Don't worry. I'll be living my best life and y'all got it.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think that part of that feeling of just choosing A, of wealthy and anonymous, is because you've had this experience of being in the limelight?
Yeah, I think I'm jaded because I've been famous
like
for so long. Yeah, I've experienced all.
You've been the man in the arena.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way too because I also feel like the business has changed so much. Like the demands have changed so much. It's no longer like you do a movie and then you do the press and then you can like go live your life. Like you've got to do the content, you've got to do the TikToks, and you've got to do the streaming, and it's just like this constant cycle of demand of content. And for someone like you, where I know you say the soft side of Gil is gone, but I don't know if I fully believe you, because you and your lover boy era also, like we see it, which I love for you, but you have to give so much of yourself to the cameras all the time. Like, how do you recharge?
It's routine, right? So as long as I stay in my routine, I'm functionable, right? So I wake up at 4:30, 5 o'clock, right? Do everything I need to do, get the show done. After the show, I got a nap to recharge. If I don't nap to recharge, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still on basketball schedule. So once I go to sleep for an hour and a half, I'm fully charged 100 to go right back at it again till about 11, 12 p.m. It's been my life. So as long as I'm in that routine.
So you just kind of kept your same basketball schedule.
I don't fatigue. So I don't like fatigue.
So your body is just used to, like, you're doing something that requires different energy, but your body is used to the same routine.
Yeah. So even if I go to sleep at 3 a.m., I wake up at 4:30, I'm fully charged. Because it's more of just a routine that I've been in since I was little for,
Yeah, no,
maintain.
I think routine is one of the most important keys to success. Routine is something that, like, I think athletes have to take seriously if you want to be great, which is why they can translate to a business like media really well. Because I don't think you can do a job like this if you don't like routine. It's very difficult to do. You got to be on time. You got to be locked in. Even if you're just having fun and, like, it seems like it's not really a serious thing, there's so much that goes into all of this that if you're not in some ways disciplined, I don't think you can have long-term success in this business.
And that's why they're not having long-term success, right? So, it's one of those things where I remember when D Wade told me, when I get into this game, especially trying to get to the TV side, one, they don't respect the athlete. So understand what they do. Take what they do serious. So be a journalist too. Add your flavor. So take it just like you're taking basketball when you first started. So don't go in as Gilbert Arenas. Hey, I'm 3-time All-Star, 3-time. No, go in there like you did your rookie year. Put the hours, put the work in. Understand what they do to be great, and then add your expertise.
That's great advice.
No, he really gave me really good advice. And he wasn't really into it yet, right? He did a couple things here and there, but we did the 100th episode, and that was the advice he gave me.
That's great advice. Because it's not that like we're digging ditches,
Mm-hmm.
but it does require it requires a different type of hard work.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, like if you don't take it seriously, it falls apart. Even if it is just you being your personality, because you have to turn it on. Is there something that you wish you hadn't shown the world? Because you give a lot of yourself and your private life and your personality.
To be honest, I don't think I've shown them nothing.
Really?
No.
But this isn't a character, though.
No. So only because you asked a question, right? Which side am I in? And I said that guy's gone.
Yeah.
See, I've never shown my real life. If you really think about what you know of me,
Yeah.
it's Instagram, it's social
Mhm.
media. It really has nothing to do with me personally.
So,
Like I'm literally a hermit.
so you
I'm scared
consider
of
yourself
everything.
a private person?
Yes.
Yeah, I would too.
Like I'm gonna just be honest with you. Halfway through COVID, I didn't even know COVID was going on.
So you're not outside.
I just went out for the first time. I'm like, why does everybody have masks on? That's crazy. Like it was just one of those things because I watch Netflix, I play video games, so I don't watch regular TV. And then on social media, I was in the DMs more. Like I'm not watching. I'm in the DMs. What's popping? And then I went to the store one day and was like, yo, what do you mean 10 feet away? What's all this with that mask up?
Well, okay. So then, we'll pivot. Then, if you don't feel like you've shared a lot of yourself, what is something that you wish people did know about you?
Nothing. People are nosy. People are mean.
People are
People
nosy.
are mean when they can get to you.
Of course. But like, there's something about you that you genuinely feel like I don't wish people knew this about me because it's something that I've built up as a defense mechanism against the world. And in lots of ways, whether it's relationships or friendships or business, like I'm a very outwardly tough person, but people that know me personally know that I'm like very soft. And I have a like joke with them, like, don't tell anybody
Don't tell
or I'll kill you that I'm soft. But I do think that not that I wish there was a space where people could see that, but I feel like in my own way, I let people know that about me. And when you're a public figure and you're constantly being judged and ridiculed, and like people are mean to you, people are mean to me, people are mean to everyone, everyone's mean to everyone. I do think that we're running out of role models in a way because we tear each other down so much that the way to connect with people is authenticity and a little bit of vulnerability.
The ideal of a role model is, I don't know if it ever existed in one person.
Did you have any role models?
Yeah, Penny Hardaway, Kobe, all of the Wayne brothers, Al Bundy, right? Right. So, like when you think just role models themselves, remember, we only know what they show us.
Right.
Right. So I can like this part of you and, I appreciate this part. And then I appreciate that part of it, what they showed me, that part, and I think, when people start looking at different parts of people to create a role model, it'd be a little easier. So your role model won't disappoint you when you hear something that they do normal.
But that's what I think is interesting about role models, because maybe I just have always had this perspective that humans are super flawed. So the flaws in people can be not aspirational, like you aspire to be flawed, but I would rather look up to somebody that be inspired by somebody who I know isn't presenting as perfect, because that's unattainable.
Yeah, you get a little dirt, and that's where no chill comes in from. Sitting back, realizing when you have on white gloves, you have to be very careful because anything can dirty them up. Now, if you come in with some gray gloves,
if the glove doesn't fit at all,
and that's why no chill was very important for me. And what I mean by that is, the more I push it, right, and you accept these little things I do, I can't disappoint you. So if a sponsor me for how I am,
Yeah.
then I have a lot more leverage and room to pivot and move. So when human nature kicks in and I say something, that was spur of the moment,
Yeah.
I don't get penalized for it.
Yeah.
Right? It's very hard to be LeBron James, Steph Curry, right? It's that is very hard, right? You have to have a very smart team around you,
Mm-hmm.
right? From 1 through 5, right? Parents, everything has to be aligned with the same thing because it only takes one thing. Get in trouble, argument with a girl and she blasts it. There's just, anything that can ruin that suit. So I decided, I'm gonna come in with gray gloves this time and then see if that works for me. Because the white gloves just wasn't for me.
When you look at some of like the younger players, I'm pretty like fascinated about, I feel like it's a pivot from like your era and before, from the accessibility, because there's so many different ways to reach people now or follow people or consume people's brands. But I do feel like young players, and I have no problem with this, are a lot more brand safe because there is a lot of money to be made with brands. Like you have shoe deals, you have these commercials, but there is a little bit of a film over, like the ability to connect with them because of that. And again, I have no problem with it. I would do the same thing. You running me $100 million, $200 million, like fuck a brand. I'm gonna be as put together as possible. But I do wonder how it affects the league and the long-term connection. Like we talk about there not being real rivalries anymore. I'm not going to use the word soft because everybody it's soft. But there's not the rawness that existed like when you played the 90s, the 80s, the shit talking, the fighting. There was and obviously there's a level you don't want to reach. But do you think that is a thing? What I'm explaining?
No, yeah. What you're saying is a real thing. I was, we had Malice in the Palace. Then we had Allen Iverson, and then there was this little phase where the NBA was trying to clean everything up, right? Because obviously trying to get brands was, there's a bigger business than the players.
Yeah.
So they came out with the dress code where it was
the suits,
wear suits and everything. And the funny part is, besides Allen and a few players, the people who was bucking against it was all clean image guys. Tim Duncan, Steve Nash, I'm too tall to wear this, and it was weird. Dirk Nowitzki,
they just didn't want the inconvenience of it.
They just didn't like the ideal of it. I come to the gym 3-4 o'clock. Who's gonna see me? Right? I leave in my car. No, so what am I wearing a suit for? And it was the idea of looking presentable,
right? Of being corporate.
I think that was probably one of the smartest moves, because we wouldn't have these contracts today. Because once you put a suit on a pig, it's still a pig, but it looks more attractive, right? You can sell it. And I think once money started kicking in at another level, I think some of the guys started being smarter. There's no more Dennis Rodmans.
Right.
And there's no guy going out there getting drunk 24 hours, coming in smelling like nah. There's no big chains wearing down there's none of that, right? You have your off-brand kids getting in trouble a little bit with usually girls or something, but that's because of social media now. But for the most part, when you think about it, I'm intrigued that these players, with social media the way it is and everyone has a camera phone and can be a reporter, no one gets in trouble.
Well, I don't know how much they're out. The younger players are outside.
It's where are they? What the hell are they doing?
Playing video games. I don't know. In their house.
I played video games. It's like these guys are smarter about how they move.
Yeah.
They blend in. They're not flashy. They're you remember we had the big chains. We're all the way down to Nah, everything is simple.
Yeah, I think the world's
Like
changed.
I like it. I like. You see on Instagram, like, and you see the gaudiness of it. You still see people who's trying to like.
Yeah, but it's like Fashion Week Paris now. It's, massive brand deals across the board, huge brands, Delta, like they're not fucking around. And I'm with it. Like, get the bag. They're building other businesses that are adjacent to sports or investing, tech stuff. Like they're all moguls now.
Yeah.
Which again, I think is great. But speaking from a like sports perspective, specifically basketball, because
I don't think nothing's changed.
no,
The top tier is still the top tier. They take it serious. They go hard. They put in the work.
no. Of course not. No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the league that I grew up watching, the league that you played in, is it the same league? Is it the same product? Because I feel like it's very. I'm not trying to walk you into anything.
No. I know what you're trying to say. No. Listen, it's the same product. They're just not dumb.
Okay.
These kids aren't stupid.
They're
right?
they're very bright.
What I'm saying is, if I don't like you and we're getting in a tussle, it costs me $2-3 million to hit you. It's not a $1,500 fine.
I'm not advocating for
what I'm saying,
violence.
so the toughness.
I'm just saying, like, can we just do a little like salt-based sprinkle of animosity?
Yeah, that costs money now. Like, listen, when you the 60 to 70, 80, I will punch you for $25.
I miss the olden days.
So it's easy to clothesline somebody for 32 cents. Okay, I get it, right? But now they're taking game checks. They're taking game checks. So it's not even worth having not even that type of energy towards somebody, especially today's game. Like today's game, you can get traded tomorrow. So we beefing now, and then I'm traded to you the next
and then we're
week.
on the same team.
So they all train together in the summer, or they're all like UCLA, Vegas, Chicago if they're still balling out there, DC, right? Mamba Academy. These guys are trying to find the best run now.
Yeah.
So this wasn't like I'm gonna be practicing in the gym by myself. Right? There's new moves. There's the game is moving so fast. If you sit and lock yourself in a gym by yourself and you don't see what's going on around, you can get left. So now I need to go. Oh, they say Kyrie's been out here for a week. Let me go see what he's up to. So now I can gauge and see what he's learning, what's being taught. And these guys now are willing to help. Like all you do is just ask now. Like before, everybody's secretive. Now, hey, man, can you teach me how to do this? I'm going to get my jump shot better. And somebody like Katie's, oh, yeah, I'll be in the gym 9 o'clock every day. Come with me. And he'll teach you how to perfect your shot. Like, that's what this game is.
So there will be no more rivalries then?
Have there ever been player rivalries? It's usually, like you have your player rivalries. Usually it's just team rivalries. But nobody's good enough now to consistently just be at it. That's what's changed.
Teams?
Yeah. So
like the past 7 there's been a different winner for the last 7 championships.
So there's a different enemy.
Yeah.
Right? So nobody's sitting there locked in. Okay, we need to hate them. Next year's this team. Next year's that team. So because
and they're not hateable.
Like the only rivalry we've seen this year was New York versus the Pacers. But that's what I mean.
Exactly. That's from the olden days.
So that has nothing to do with now. But because of the fan base, that's where it triggers. So if the fans create who they don't like, the players automatically adapt.
All right, let's switch to the WNBA. The WNBA All-Star was this weekend. And
that's what that was?
Here he goes.
No, I'm just playing.
They're talking about being paid. I don't want to ask you about the details of that, but why do you think there is so much animosity? Anytime I've ever talked in any capacity about women making more money, you would think I'm talking about sacrificing Americans' firstborn child. Like the way that people react to this conversation is crazy. It's like fucking meat in a piranha tub. Like, what is it?
You ever been around a woman with money?
I am a woman with money.
You act different.
Okay?
Yeah, you act very different, huh?
I think I'm very
If
nice,
we out there, hey,
accommodating,
you know,
kind.
You know how hard it is if we can't spend our money? If you got money too, oh my God. A man got to be a man.
Have money.
So I'm saying
they don't have gold to dig. The ones that are complaining about this do not have money.
I know, but they're thinking about if they get money.
Stop creating imaginary problems.
That's the only way we can live like men.
Oh my God.
But my thing always is.
These are not their problems.
If the job is being done, pay the person, right? And that's what I see. Are they all worth money? No. Just like on the men's side.
But that's not the point. Like the point, the thing that confuses me about this conversation is one, it's not a historically accurate conversation, right? Like we're just talking about the NBA and you talking about how good it is that young players are smart and focused and have their teams together and they're training together and they're taking care of their bodies. Like they've learned to maximize this time and make the most amount of generational wealth and keep themselves out of headlines. Like all those good things. The NBA has been around for a long time. It has not always been that. They were smoking cigarettes on the fucking courtside. Shit has changed over the years.
That wasn't the only thing they were smoking on the sideline.
Right, at all. The WNBA is not as old as the NBA. Its evolution is not as furthered as the NBA. Things will change over time. They're having their moments, their Magic Larry moments right now, where the league is expanding exponentially. They're not adding more teams. Billionaires are not investing in a product that is failing. So all that being said, none of that even matters. What the fuck do you care if another person is making more money? Are you paying them? I don't understand it.
No,
I don't give a fuck if people, why would I care that this, it's the fucking carpet makers union. And they're like, we deserve more money. Cool, get some fucking money. Why do I care about it? Am I paying the carpet makers? I don't understand it. What the fuck is the problem?
I feel the same way when I'm at McDonald's and I ask for extra barbecue sauce and then they get an attitude like it's theirs. Like it's not yours. Just give it to me. Oh, you got 25. Just give me the goddamn. It's not yours.
That's their fucking job.
But it's not yours.
But I'm saying,
but it's not yours. You have an attitude.
But
like you're being like it's but it's not yours.
Okay,
but it's not yours.
You want to keep going to McDonald's, and you don't want to have to hire that person from McDonald's.
So it's the same concept,
no,
right?
It's not.
No, it is. Like if they want more money. The people that are complaining, it's not your money. Shut up.
Yes, it's not your money.
It's not your money.
That part is the same. It's not your money.
It's not your money.
You don't have money. You don't own a league. These women making more of a percentage of the money is not going to change your life. Your lights will still be on or off regardless.
I think that's okay. I think the problem here is this. Stop asking for a revenue split.
What should they ask for?
I want real money. Take the cap off. Let our owner pay us what he wants to pay us.
Ooh.
Right? Here's why. Okay, so look, when you're talking about a revenue split, it's no different than business, right? We can split our revenue 50-50. Then what does the person that has the business do? There's no profit. I got all these bills to pay, so there's no revenue. So that's a pointless thing to do, right? Because they're going to offset how much they lost. So they'll be like, oh, you want revenue split? We lost $40 million, right. So how are we going to give you no money?
Which is the smart business thing to do.
So yeah, of course, for business side. So for the player side, that's not what you want because they're going to offset that. What you want is take off the hard cap. Let the billionaires' egos kick in. Because one thing somebody with money don't want to do is be on the same playing field with someone that's broker.
Yeah.
Right? So if I make 11 billion and he makes 500 million, I don't want to be on the same playing field. This is business.
So
I want to buy his players out.
So the MLB model.
Yes, I want to be able, like if I own a business, I want to be able to spend what I want to spend on my players. And if you can't afford your players, I'm going to get them from you. And if you can't afford them, go get a new investor. And that's the model that they need to be following. If Vegas can get their own private plane, let them. What happens? All the girls start talking, oh, they over there doing, and what happens is everybody wants to travel there.
That's not going to happen.
And then that makes
then you have like a whole other negotiation of making sure that there's splits so that the bottom half of the league doesn't completely fall off.
No. It never does. What ends up happening to the bottom half is they go get new investors. Stop trying to be greedy. You want to own 100% of everything with fucking $200 million. No, go get someone who can invest and you lose 75% of your business. You got 25, but that's $11 billion man right there. Let's go. Everybody wants to hold on to 100%
of nothing.
And that becomes a problem. That's not the women's problem. They're playing the game. They have a buzz. They want to get paid for doing their job.
And they want to do it before the money kicks in for the television rights.
Yeah. Just understand this. With any negotiation, there has to be sacrifice.
Yeah.
So my question to them is, what are you guys willing to sacrifice to get new money? All of y'all are not going to survive.
Well, that's what those negotiations entail. Like when you come to the table as a league, the players, the owners, everyone's not going to leave happy. There's a give and take to those negotiations always. And at this, very important moment in the league's timeline, they have to stand firm on this because they have the most attention coming in. The brands are coming now. Women's brands are coming now. You have, people that haven't been paying attention to the league paying attention at a high level. I just don't understand why anybody who's not paying their bills gives a fuck about what they're asking for.
They should let me negotiate for them.
Gilbert's going to be the commissioner of the WNBA.
I'm just going to take 5 or 6 and say, you guys think about the future. Fuck them. And the reason I'm going to say that is this. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, with all these business brands and all these kids and what I'm trying to build, where's the money? The money is in the youth. The money's in, me as a parent got to buy my daughter shoes, this, because that's what she's looking up to. So what I would do is I would take off the college. That is, if you want to go to college because of NIL. But I want the ability to have one and done or straight out of high school, because this superstar out of high school with this big brand, the day she gets drafted, all of her fan base from 8 years old to 16, 17 are going to buy that product. That is revenue right for me, which means the younger they come in, the older gets to get cut. So I'm going to sacrifice 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 for 18 and 19.
I completely agree. So, I think they should definitely
majority
come
of the
in.
league will be cut for youth. Is going to water down the product for a few years before those girls adapt. And from there, where all the lipstick brands, the glow, that's where all those brands come in, because now you have safer faces.
I agree. I think that the youth is the way to go.
It's kind of before they get to college and sit there for 4 years and find out their identity too.
Well, the college model for women is very profitable because of NIL. So when people talk about NIL, I'm like, they always boil it down to like fucking college football. Like, NIL is for everyone. It's completely transformed women's sports in college. It is a whole new world. The amount of money, you're definitely making more money if you are a superstar college women's player than you are playing in the WNBA.
Oh, no, of course, but no, technically not, because NIL is name, image, and likeness, which means it can transcend wherever I go. So I don't lose. So they didn't, Reese and Caitlin, they didn't lose their NIL. They didn't.
Well, yeah, but they're at the top of the top. Like Angel and Caitlin are outliers.
Yeah, but so it's NIL. So if I'm getting Reese's Pieces, I'm getting that. It comes with me. You're not going to stop because I left college. What people getting confused with is the collective, which the school is paying you.
Yeah.
So that's a very different thing. So the school's paying.
Yeah, the brand deals and the collective are two different things.
So the brand deals, I should be able to take those with me if you like me. So, But I think they should lift it so they can add more brands into it. I did this study where I tried to figure out why the W wasn't attractive to high school girls.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize it was such a big gap from these girls. See, most of these girls in middle school, high school, they didn't even know they had to go to college 4 years. And I asked them, I said, why do you wear that number? It was always because an NBA player, never WNBA. So I remember I said, hey, did you guys watch the draft? And I was like, no, where did Paige Buckner go? This is her freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
There's like, where did she get drafted? I was like, oh no, she can't come out for another 4 years. There's like, what? And then for the most part, nobody knew no one in the draft because they couldn't identify with them.
Well, yeah,
Those are women dressing up professionally, 22-year-old women. These are girls who's trying to be attractive to high school boys. So the look that they're showing, they don't like, oh, why they got on suits? What is that? They're like grandmas up there. And that's how they looked at it. So there was this big separation.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that's why the league is not successful, is because your fan base, your big money spenders, you don't have a connection with them.
Well, there's a gap because they're in college for so long.
Yeah, they lose their identity.
And that's what I'm talking about with the NIL and the money. Like women's college basketball, especially during the tournament, is always a big conversation. And that's really when it brings in the crossover fans. And to me, it's like you go to the WNBA and you almost disappear. Because
college fans stay college fans.
Correct. They're fans of the team. They don't necessarily transfer that fandom to professional. Mm-hmm. And because the brand hasn't been big enough until as of late, with all this, new conversation, it really hasn't benefited. But I'm with you. I think that they should get into the league sooner. Yeah. I think it would change a lot of things.
It's only overseas. So the rule is you have to be born out of the country to be able to come in at 18, 19.
Yeah, and then
some old, that old school, screw these girls, right? That's what I said. It has to be some
major changes.
I wouldn't let anybody that's 35 and over be in a negotiation. They're going to do a deal for survival. Anybody who's been in the league 1 or 2 years, they don't know none of the old school rules, so they will negotiate.
At this point in the league's history, like this current negotiation is very important. With everything that's changing, with all of the conversation, with all the brands that are coming in, with all of the potential movement that will catapult what's happening right now into what the NBA did when Magic and Bird brought all of that attention, what they were able to build on for the rest of the history of the league, which has led to what it is now. Like every building block in a league's history leads to the next thing.
All they need is 4 players: Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, Asia, Sabrina,
Paige?
Not yet. But if you want to add her, you can add her. You 5.
Negotiate for the rest of the league.
Tell them if there's nothing happening, we won't play. If those 5, listen, I know there's great players. If those 5 right there say we're not gonna play, there's no movement. Because 2 of the players that are bringing this excitement are saying, "Nah, we're not going to play."
Yeah,
and
they can't cross the line
because now you got 3 of them are very big Nike shoe sellers too.
Yeah.
So then you have the best player in the league saying, "Yeah, I'm standing down." Then you got Buckner coming in and saying, "Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm not going to play." Those 5 right there, they will actually take it serious.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna try this for the first time with you.
The first time,
you get the first one. you get the first try,
like
Gil.
A drunk night, huh?
We're gonna do rapid fire.
I got slapped last time I said that. We're gonna try this for the first time and bring in a whole nother girl. That didn't work out too well.
We're getting a no. We can cut that out if you want. All right, so it's rapid fire, no skips.
No skips.
No skips. Okay. But I'm gonna do it with you.
Okay.
Okay. So you're not alone in this. What is the most important attribute for a successful podcast host?
Ooh, character.
Character?
Yes. Someone
Okay.
has character. For a host, yes, character.
Character. I think research.
And that's why I'm not a host.
Yep. What does failure mean to you now versus what it meant at age 25?
I never took failure as failure. It's always learning experience. You can't be successful without failing. So I don't even look at anything as failure.
I think failure at 25 meant not achieving goals that I set for myself. Failure to me now is being too hard on myself.
Yeah. Nope.
Nope.
Uh-uh.
What were you most afraid of in marriage?
Losing my identity.
Okay. I was most afraid of the person being a completely different person than who I married. Like just waking up one day and being a different person.
But one day?
Yeah.
Man,
just like,
oof.
people change.
Like usually we all change, but I guess the ideal is you guys supposed to be changing together in the same direction.
Yeah, but sometimes it doesn't happen.
I know.
Would you rather lose your ambition or your empathy?
My empathy.
Same.
And,
I barely have empathy now.
Yeah. I don't. My ambition. Like, what am I doing? I'm a vegetable.
Lay around and do nothing.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if this one's appropriate for you, but if you could unalive someone with no consequences, would you do it?
Unalive someone without any consequences?
Yeah.
Well, then how does that benefit me?
Well, that the person's no longer with us.
Oh, I'm tripping.
Mm-hmm. No skips.
Then I don't have any.
You think about this too much.
No. What I'm saying is, what if? Like, I would love to do it to a billionaire so I can get their money.
No.
But I'm not close enough to them.
You don't get anything. The only benefit is that they are dead. They are no longer alive. You can unalive someone with no consequences. This is so easy. Ask me.
Okay, ask you.
Yes.
Who,
There's a whole list. There's a list.
It's
Give me a
just
pen.
one.
I know, but I don't like. What? This is such an
Serious?
easy question.
I don't. No one can affect my life for me to want to unlive them. I can just block them.
You're better than me.
Like I do not understand when people be on the phone arguing and there's this red button right there.
I'm not
right there, just a red button, just right there. You just push it and then it just ends the call.
Here's what we learned about Gil today,
I was
guys.
just trying to figure out
if the world is on the line, Gil is not the man to go to. Come to me.
No, because
come to me.
Just a lot. Just.
There's so many bad people. Like there's so many bad people.
But I don't know
You have
them.
the power.
But what I'm saying is I don't know none of them.
You you at least have the internet.
You don't want to know what I look for on the internet. So my internet experience is
Last
fun.
question. What do you look for on the internet?
It's a fun experience.
All right. I'm the one that's going to save us, guys. It's not going to be Gil.
Okay.
All right. Final question. Does the man that you are today forgive the man you were back then?
Yes. I can finally say that. There was a point where I didn't, and I didn't because I thought I failed so many people. When the Wizards got sold and people got fired, I took that hard because I thought it was solely because of me because, they was rooting for me. They all cheered me on, and I thought because they was sticking by me, they got fired. So I couldn't forgive myself for that. It took a minute to talk to some of them and say, no, we was there for you because you was there for us, and we were glad you came back. So they're rooting for me again now. So it took me a while to forgive myself for that.
Damn. Yeah. I mean, I definitely forgive myself. I realized that if I didn't forgive myself, then other people could use that against me. And they didn't have anything to do with why I felt bad about my decisions. And the wild thing about feeling bad about your decisions, if you hurt other people I think there's a time where you need to process that. Like you need to realize what your decisions were and why you did that and why you were hurting other people. But if it's kind of how you were saying earlier, like if it's like a victimless thing, like it's just a bad decision that you made at the time. What I realized from getting older is like you can only make the decision that you make with the information that you have. Like you're going to make a decision this year that 5 years from now you're like, yeah, I wouldn't have made that because I didn't know. And if you are hard on yourself, you'll continue to make those kind of decisions because you will not forgive yourself for the space that you were in. Did somebody have to tell you to do that, or you just were like, I've had enough being mean to myself?
No, just talking to people from back then.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I'm thinking they're mad at me or something. And I was like, no, we moved on. We appreciate we had fun. And, you know, if we had to do it all over again, we're standing by you again. So when they said that, I was like, oh, damn, oh, okay. And that weight was lifted. Accountability is weird. Like it's the weirdest thing to be accountable for something, because the people who want you to be accountable, when you actually are accountable, they don't want to accept it.
Right.
Right? So you can do something, let's say you do something 5 years ago and you've never done it again, never shown no signs on it, apologized, moved on. The same people that asked you to be accountable, you're 5 years removed from it, and they're still trying to bring you back to that moment to say that's you.
Yeah.
Like, no, like, wait, you still stuck on that? Wow. and that happens a lot with me. And sometimes my past usually keeps the people at the door, you know, sneaking, hey, and I gotta, hey, open the door, wait a minute. God damn it. Listen, I'm not the same person that I was back then.
Yeah.
Then I got to give this whole speech and go through the jump rope loops to get in, you know, inside some of these, you know, network businesses and sponsorship. And it's like, what's the point of being accountable then? If I haven't done it again, haven't shown that side of me, and I just been moving forward, why are you still talking to me like I'm 22 or 32?
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, when I look at people and I'm judging people, I don't care about your past. Like, you know, your past is your past. What's your
doing
goal
right
moving
now?
forward?
Yeah.
Like, who are you right now and where are you going forward? Like everyone has a past, and I can't penalize you for some shit you did a long time ago if you're not doing that anymore. If you was a crackhead in the 80s, God damn it, you was a crackhead in the 80s, and you want to be the president today? Okay, cool.
No, I'm not cool with that. This
Why?
is where we split. This is where we split in the road for sure.
Why?
Yeah. Everyone is not qualified for every job.
No, I mean,
Yeah, like
not everybody, but I mean,
no, like
you know,
a lot of people
if you
are
got
not
that
qualified.
far, you got to be good at something.
I mean, you're good at
right? I mean,
you're good at getting off of crack.
No. Usually, crack sells you some good stuff. I've done got some good stuff from a crackhead, and that's what if they move to the president, they're selling some good stuff to get there, right? You want that person making business deals.
Gil, I was with you. I was with you on the accountability until we started talking about crackhead presidents, because we have a crackhead for the Secretary of Health right now, and I'm against it.
But are they selling some good stuff?
No, he's got bad teeth. I can't understand half the shit he's saying.
Okay.
We need subtitles.
But are they selling some good product, right?
I don't know.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I don't know what the fuck
selling?
he's selling. I need a translator.
There's people buying it.
I'm anti-crack.
No, for my body, yes.
Anti-crack.
If you want to do it, fine. I just
crackheads
can't
should
wait.
recover. I think they should have jobs, just not the president. And I don't think that they should be the Secretary of Health either. I think some things make you unqualified to lead others into those spaces.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't pay attention to politics.
The Gil is crazy. Okay, well,
I don't know who's who.
On behalf of
coming or
those who
not?
do, no crackheads in office.
Okay,
That is the line I'm gonna draw in the sand. I think you should agree with me on that.
I'm with you.
I do agree with you on the accountability thing though, because it's like, and listen, guilty as charged. I'm a woman. I do not like accountability. I didn't do it. Didn't have nothing to do with me. But no, accountability is strange because in this like internet-y world where you be like everyone's the subject for like a day, right? Everyone has their day. And it's like, who are you being accountable to, first of all? Like, do you owe anyone accountability who was not involved in a situation?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's this idea that's like, oh, you owe your fans an explanation. Like, no, like I do not.
Mm-hmm.
I do not owe actually anyone an explanation. I don't actually owe anyone an explanation. Literally no one I owe an explanation to. No one.
Everyone feels that because they're a part of your life that they're going through the same situation as the victim or whatever.
Okay, well, this is wrong. It's not. But I do think when there is something that you need to take accountability for, once you do that, what's next? So to your point about people holding you to the standard of what you were 10, 15, 20 years ago, it is not a real motivation for people to better themselves if I'm constantly going to be judged by something that either A, had nothing to do with you, or B, obviously is not my character. Because this is like, you're not in jail.
That's why I double down. Instead of accountability, double down. They're going to be mad either way, so double it. You know, get you a double espresso of this shit.
Just fucking totally lean in. That's true, though, because it's like, what's the point? Why am I going to... That's why I don't believe in the word humble. Because I think that is a road to making yourself small when... If you're not going to get over something, you're not going to get over it. No matter how many times I talk about it, no matter which way I explain it to you, this is something that you feel is a representative of me. So just, you feel that way.
Who uses the word humble? It's usually not the rich people.
No. Rich people don't.
It's not the one on top, right? It's usually the one at the bottom, just mad you're shitting on and stunting on them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Religies really like humble too.
Huh?
The religies really like humble too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you humble.
Because usually it was always the player that never got in the game on the bench, 15, 14. I always say, man, you got to be humble, man.
Like, no,
see where that got you.
Gotta be humble.
I see where that got you being modest. You accepting like sitting there. Okay, get in that gym and practice, buddy. Start having some. Be confident in yourself.
Yeah, humble is not for me.
Be arrogant about your work ethic. Get you in the game. Sitting there. Yeah, all right, that's it.
No, humble's not for me either. I feel you. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. Loved having you on Too Personal. Thank you for not skipping any of the questions.
No problem.
We are not endorsing crackheads for office.
For office.
For office, yes. Long, beautiful lives. Lots of opportunity, just not running the country. Make sure you check out Gil's Arena and No Chill Battle Mode. Follow No Chill Gil on all social media platforms. When am I invited to come back to hang out on the stream?
Anytime. You didn't know we got to talk business.
Oh, yes.
We got to talk business. You know, I know you're hot in these streets right now.
Yeah.
You know how you was popular? Like very popular.
Am I popular?
Like
Gonna
really
be popular.
Like I think how many shows got canned?
3 shows were canceled at
How many
FS1.
people was that?
4.
Exactly.
4.
Exactly.
I'm not great at math.
No, exactly. You proved my point.
Yeah.
It's only been Joy out there. We don't know the rest of them. There's like ex-NBA player, Hall of Famer, football Hall of Famer, and Joy. That's all we care to. That's it. I'm like, wait a minute. That's crazy. Like, sports shows got canceled and nobody wants the sports player. That's Joy.
That, you know what? I didn't look at it. It's the first time I've looked at it that way.
That's what so when I'm looking, I'm like, okay, you know, and
so
okay,
several sports shows were canceled, and the athlete was not the one on on the meme.
So I was like, okay, let me move them down, put her up there. Let's go after it first.
Thank you, Gil.
No problem.
Thanks to Gil for stopping by. Make sure you check out Gil's Arena and Battle Mode with Gil. And now it's time to get to Never Too Personal. If you want to be a part of the show, you can email toopersonalpodcast@gmail.com, or you can send us a DM at Too Personal Show and make sure that you follow. So this week's Never Too Personal, what are your go-to routines to get mentally unstuck? So I think routine overall is very, very important when you are in any kind of stuck place, whether it's creatively, mentally, spiritually, physically, any of those things. If you're really stuck, you need to start doing things daily to get you out of that place. I think one of the most important things for me is to make sure that I stay in my routine of working out. If I fall out of the habit of working out, even if it's just like walking or just going to the gym for like 20 minutes, make yourself do something that you like for exercise and keep that in your routine no matter what. Because even though I'm not like a big like, I don't know, it's gotta be healthy fitness, drink all your water, it does something to your body to know that you got up and that you moved your body and that you at least did something to maintain your health when you're feeling stuck. And mentally, knowing that you had the wherewithal and the composure to make yourself, and the discipline really, to make yourself do that and stick with that routine is really important. I also think reading, I think it's important to, when you're feeling mentally stuck, to try to read, even if it's just a chapter a day, even if it's just an article, but engaging your mind, introducing yourself to something intellectual, something emotional, something that you enjoy consuming. Reading is really important. And I also think, because I get into the habit of this as well, and it's sort of also tied into working out, but don't fall into the habit of eating a bunch of bad stuff. Because I do this all the time. I'm like, great, I don't feel good. I'm feeling stuck. I'm gonna eat pasta 5 days in a row. And then at the end of the week, I deeply regret it. So my suggestion is to focus on your health, stick with that routine, definitely work out, try to eat as good as you can, and introduce something else healthy to your routine, like reading, like engaging with one of your friends, making sure that you stay in the habit of those small things to help you get mentally unstuck. This is a great question. If you want to be a part of the show, twopersonalpodcast@gmail.com, or follow us at 2personalshow and DM us with your questions. Thanks so much for hanging out today. Thank you to Gilbert for coming by, and make sure that you hit subscribe before you go, and we'll catch you next week.